Have you ever paused to consider what is causing our Earth's climate to change so drastically? This is not just a question for scientists or environmentalists, but a question that should concern us all. Climate change is a complex issue, but its causes can be boiled down to two main categories: natural causes and human activities. Starting with natural causes, these are factors that have been influencing the Earth's climate long before humans came into the picture. They include volcanic eruptions, which release large amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and changes in solar radiation, which can either warm or cool the Earth. Furthermore, changes in the Earth's orbit around the Sun, known as Milankovitch cycles, can also cause long-term climate fluctuations. These natural factors, however, only account for a small portion of the current climate change we're experiencing. Now let's turn our attention to human activities, which are the primary drivers of the recent climate change. The burning of fossil fuels for electricity, heat, and transportation is the largest single source of global greenhouse gas emissions. Deforestation is another major contributor. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, so when forests are cut down, not only is this beneficial function lost, but the carbon stored in the trees is released back into the atmosphere. Additionally, industrial processes and the way we produce our food both contribute to the increasing levels of greenhouse gases. In particular, large-scale agricultural activities produce significant amounts of methane, a potent greenhouse gas. The effects of climate change are widespread and detrimental. Rising global temperatures are causing ice caps to melt, sea levels to rise, and extreme weather events to become more frequent and severe. All of these changes pose serious threats to our ecosystems, our economies, and our societies. In summary, while there are natural factors at play, it is the activities of humans that are the primary cause of current climate change. We are burning fossil fuels, cutting down forests, and producing our food in ways that significantly increase the levels of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. These actions are causing the Earth's temperature to rise, ice caps to melt, sea levels to rise, and extreme weather events to become more frequent and severe. It's a sobering reality, but one that we must face if we are to make the necessary changes to safeguard our planet for future generations. Now that we understand the causes and effects of climate change, you might be wondering, what can I do to help? There are several actions we can take as individuals, communities, and nations to mitigate the effects of climate change. Firstly, we can reduce our carbon footprint. This means using renewable energy sources like wind and solar power instead of fossil fuels. Many utility companies now offer green energy options, so check with yours to see if this is possible. Secondly, planting trees can help absorb CO2 from the atmosphere. Trees are nature's air purifiers, and the more we plant, the more CO2 we can remove from the air. It's a simple and effective way to combat climate change. Thirdly, our dietary habits can also have a significant impact on the environment. By consuming less meat and more plant-based foods, we can reduce the amount of greenhouse gases produced by livestock farming. By making these changes, we can all play a part in reducing climate change. It's about preserving our planet, not just for us, but for future generations. Remember, every little bit helps, so let's take action today. Beyond the personal changes we've discussed, there are even more ways we can help reduce climate change. One powerful method is through our purchasing power. By choosing to support businesses that are environmentally friendly, we can encourage more sustainable practices in the marketplace. Look for companies that have clear environmental policies, use green energy, and prioritize waste reduction. But change doesn't just happen in the marketplace, it also happens in the halls of government. Advocating for policies that protect the environment is another crucial step in the fight against climate change. This can involve voting for politicians who prioritize environmental issues or lobbying for legislation that reduces greenhouse gas emissions. Lastly, as we've learned, understanding is the first step towards action. So, educate others about the importance of combating climate change. Share the knowledge you've gained from this video with your friends, family, and community. Let's spread the word and create a wave of change. Remember, every action counts, whether it's switching to a plant-based diet, planting a tree, supporting a green company, or advocating for climate-friendly policies. Your actions matter. We're all in this together, and together we can make a difference. So let's continue to fight for our planet. After all, there's no planet B. Even with all the steps we've outlined so far, there are still more ways we can tackle climate change head-on. One significant approach is supporting research and development of clean energy technologies. By funding or promoting scientific advancements that focus on renewable energy, we are investing in a future that is less dependent on fossil fuels. This can range from solar power to wind energy, and even emerging technologies like fusion power. Next, we can apply pressure on businesses to adopt more sustainable practices. This could mean advocating for transparency in their supply chains, pushing for the reduction of single-use plastics, or even encouraging them to switch to renewable energy sources. Businesses are a significant part of our society, and their actions can have a large-scale impact on our environment. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of community. Participating in local initiatives to protect the environment can not only bring about change in your area, but also inspire others to do the same. This could be as simple as joining a local cleanup event, starting a community garden, or organizing educational workshops on the importance of sustainability. Remember, every action counts. Each step you take, no matter how small, contributes to a healthier, more sustainable planet. By working together, we can amplify our efforts and make a significant difference in combating climate change. Let's continue the fight, for there is no planet B.